Hello everybody, what's up and welcome back. You're here with me, Shapeless, aka the Game Tamer, and today we're going in with our wondrous bolt action sniper lady herself, Imani. As you can see, her offense is off the chain. She's the shooter class, and we're going to check out the skills. We got auto bolts, burst of medium ranged shots. I will show you that when we get in there so you can see the difference. Zoom in for deadly single shots with the right click, or wait for increased damage. Shots have 100% crit chance. Oh yeah, baby. Special ammo, boom bolts, add 20% damage and apply burning to your next 3 left mouse click auto bolt attacks. This can also affect your non-shot. Your non-sniper, but they can affect your sniper shots, which is good to keep in mind. Smoke bomb, lobbed projectile, creates a cloud that hides allies and weakens enemies. Very important. And then you have kill shot. Zoom and load 3 fully charged rounds. Press left mouse click to fire. Focus tiers add plus 30% damage, plus 40% damage, and plus 50% damage respectively. Alright, let's get in there. That roll. Alright. We have your general attacks, which are this. And then you have your zoomed attacks, which kind of like a Widowmaker from Overwatch. You can shoot faster, but you get more out of waiting.
Kill shot.
Then we have our Q, which is special ammo, which, as you can tell, will affect 3 shots in this. Or you can just have it affect your 3 bolts for that, and that's your E. Gives you a stealth for quite a decent time. Let's check out the abilities, shall we? Heavy cable deals 10% more damage. Nice to know. Hit and run. Each hit gives you a small speed boost. I would honestly say that you're going for the damage route because, unlike things like Widowmaker, in this game you cannot one-shot things. You can get close though. So generally I would say the meta choice for this is going heavy cable. So from there you can do shots pierce through enemies and build focus faster, which is always good because getting more focus is nice. And on her focus is actually really good. Or you have quick reloader, which is reload and fire again 20% faster. Which I definitely would think is the, if you can find a good vantage point, then I would say that this is the better one because it allows you to fire powered shots faster. If you go hit and run though, you have with Q special ammo, the shots push enemies from close range, and then you have in the groove, which hits increase your movement speed of a maximum 30% for 3 seconds. So I mean, you could honestly make her super fast, honestly. Like if you want to go run and gun instead of like being a sniper, by all means, go right for it. Then we have the right click. After a 2x charged hit, damage bonus starts at 2x, can charge up to 3x. Then we have snapshot, which is plus 50% damage for quick scoped shots. Scope does not zoom in as far. Okay. So quick scoping. Sniper superiority after a scoped shot using Q's special ammo, gain front deflection for a second. That's an interesting ability. Or you have combat sniper, which after a scope shot, reload and fire 20% faster. Increased movement speed while scoped. That's not bad. We have dialed in, which if you're going sniper, which I honestly suggest because you can really get some good shots in if you have like a really decent vantage point on some places. And being a sniper class, you're more viable to get into those like hard to reach places just because you're trying to get vantage points. Or you have scope shots have 50% armor pen. I honestly feel the meta choice for this is dialed in if you're going for the perched up sniper, and combat sniper if you're going for the I just want to get quick snipe shots and kind of stay on the move. I would also say that same thing for hit on run and in the groove if you're going for the run and gun. Special ammo. You can make it so that your next 3 attacks inflict freeze for 2 seconds instead. Then you have burning lasts twice as long. So I feel the meta choice for this is die in a fire because you get all in. We're going to start with blast radius, which is on hit shots affect foes near your target. They also gain focus for each enemy hit, which is good. Or you have all in, which you get only 1 shot, but it deals plus 40% damage and pushes the enemy. It gives you that 1 step closer to the 1-shot capability that is like that sniper like essence. Or you have frost tips, increased into freeze tag. Increases freeze duration by 1 second. Enemies also hit freeze nearby. Enemies hit also freeze nearby. I'm thinking that's like an AoE caused. Chill to the bone. Burn to the bone. Hitting a frozen foe inflicts deep freeze for 3 seconds. Hitting a deep frozen foe inflicts full freeze, which is a 3 seconds of extreme slow. Damn. Okay, so this is definitely the run and gun option. Like, I actually haven't messed around with this build, but the more I look at it, the more I really enjoy it. Like, I really like that. Like, it kind of makes more use of her not scoping in and just kind of being this frontline, kind of like assault shooter. Then we're going with E, which enemies hit by it are dazed. All allies inside, or you jump and hit the E, and while jumping you launch yourself through the air, which honestly, I think is the meta choice anyway, because it's super helpful for movement. It's a super great, like, runaway tool, and you still get, like, a second duration of stealth, so they don't know which direction you went when you jump. Then you can have weakness is even stronger in the cloud, or all allies inside the cloud have 100% crit chance, which isn't bad. It's honestly, if you're going with the run and gun, you could probably go that if like it's not a very like high map, like if you're going to be in a lot of closed spaces and you're not going to be able to like get really good jumps off and things like that, then I would go with that. But this I would say is probably your most meta pick, because you can go one of 2 ways, which Adrenaline Rush, launch farther and gain 50% movement speed for 3 seconds, which is really fast. Or you have Leave Your Problems Behind, which is gain Cleanse when launching from the air. So like you just like lose all the debuffs you had, which is also amazing. Now we're going to go ahead and do the alt passives. Gain 10% focus for each kill or death, which is really nice because, you know, you're going to die as a sniper. It happens sometimes. But it's just really good in general. Then you have dodging costs 20% less stamina. Both really good things. From there you can get plus 10 armor when you are hit from long or medium range, which honestly for the most part isn't going to happen to you more than likely because you're going to see it coming. Or you get plus 10 back damage reduction and plus 10 damage from behind. So it's an interesting one. I would honestly say your meta option is Battle Fury, followed by honestly I feel Concentration. I really feel like Concentration is the better way to go. Then we have our regular passives, where I honestly feel like the best option is Secret Stash, because your special ammos are just so strong. The freeze one's really good for the like the run and gun option, and the fire one's really good for that like one-shot ability for sniping. I really think Secret Stash is the way to go for both of her styles. But anyways, guys, that's it for this part of the video. I'm going to go ahead and actually do 2 parts after this one. One for the run and gun option, because I really want to test it out, and I'm really intrigued by it. And then another one for the damage option given with the kind of like launched up sniper position stuff. But here we go. Alright, everybody. We're in here for the sniper position of this one, which is kind of going for that that one-shot aspect that I was telling you guys about, that real like punch-wide damage. That is your E after you activate the go for the jumping stealth one. I honestly feel it's really good for the both specs, and that's your meta choice for that. We have, of course, Secret Stash. We have 20% faster focus after you gain focus, and we have Burning Last twice as long and get only 1 shot but dealing 24% extra damage. Then we have the 3 times charged hit, and of course reload and fire again faster. So the way we're gonna roll with this is we're gonna go ahead and test the damage on. We're gonna get our first shot on the big guy, and then we're gonna go ahead and run off here really quick, and I'll show you some of the damage from the scoped shots. So we have our 3 times X scope shots, which are like this, about half health. They can 2-shot most things. If you activate your Q, you can pretty much almost 1-shot things, but it's not guaranteed. It just does a lot of damage. Don't know how that missed. Whew. But anyway, you have options. It's in order to get to the 3rd X one, you do have to hit with a 2X in order to trigger it, so there is kind of a small amount of build up to it. But once you get to it, you can just kind of stay there, and you can just kind of lay hell into things. Like constant 300 to 400 crits. It just feels really good. And then, you know, once you get Q again, hit him with a 500 and just butt smack him. Then we have, of course, our ultimate, which has currently a 2X on it right now. So we're going to go ahead and just trigger this really quick. They can just about 1-shot things, but not quite. I'm actually pretty sure they can with 3. So if you're all there, yeah, you get about. I think you can Q these too. Oh no, you can't.
Target neutralized.
But so you can't ever actually 1-shot something, but I honestly like that. It's relatively more fair that way. But you get really close with a lot of the ways, with a lot of the damage that this thing puts out. I honestly like this build. It's very good for, you know, getting advantage points with like this. You can really get some distance with that. You get the extra stealth and everything, and the speed's just immense. But let's go ahead and check out this run and gun spec that I've been screwing around with. Alright guys, hello and welcome to the final portion of this video where I show you the run and gun option for Imani. So, as usual, her basic attacks don't really do that much damage outside of her scope form. But what we're running is hits increase your movement speed, maximum of 30% for 3 seconds. Each hit gives you a small speed boost though. So each of these is actually like building you up speed wise. So as you can see, this like given by the little movement speed things, but it gives her this like immense sprint speed. So like you can just be like dodged by accident. Like she gets this really heavy speed boost, and it's actually really solid. Then we went with Snapshot and Combat Sniper. So what this does is it makes it so that your shots that are 1x do 50% more damage. So they're actually crit for 206 instead of like 175 or like 180 something. Which honestly would say that they crit for about 100 or so. Because if they heal for... No. They would crit for 30 something, or so if they're critting for 206 at 50% extra.
Target neutralized.
But for the Q, we're actually going with the freeze ones, which is your next inflex, freeze. Then we go with deep freeze and full freeze, which is extreme slow. So what that looks like is, look at this, super slow, can't really move a whole lot. They get really down, and then you have this immense burst of speed to outrun them and catch up to them. So it's like, but 1, 2, 3, run circles around them. And then, of course, I'm moving significantly faster while scoped down. So that's a really helpful thing as well. It's not bad if you're getting focused. Like, if you're getting focused a lot, then I would definitely suggest this as a build. Especially because her ultimate, of course, as you can see, still hits really hard. Oh, one thing I also didn't mention is even if you are running the E speed boost, like the E jump thing, you can still use E while on the ground and it will still lob a smoke grenade. You are not like strictly prohibited to only using it for the jump, but the run and gun just makes it so much more useful. But as you can see, the slowing stuff really helps you kind of, and also the haste does help you move faster as well, even when scoped. So it's honestly a really good build. It's much better than I thought it would be. But I'm honestly really glad that I tried it out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it as well. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video and enjoyed our lovely bolt action mistress Imani. But once again, and as always, guys, don't forget to whip those like and sub buttons into shape for me. And as always, do stay tame. I'm going to try to do the same. And I will see you in the next one.